Okay, welcome to another session in this series. In this session, we start with question number 13, okay? Previously, we ended on question number 12. So here we start with question number 13. The question says, which base 5 numeral is equivalent to this expression base 10, okay? Cool. So as you can see over here, we have a conversion going on here. And then the conversion is most probably in base 5 because we have 5 here, 5 here, 5 here, 5 here. And then the exponents of the 5s are in ascending order. That is from 0, 1, 2, 3. So we can easily see that we are converting a certain number towards base 10, from base 5 to base 10. Okay, cool. So how do we get that number? We just need to take out the numbers that are multiplying by the exponents. Okay, so the exponents start from 0, 1, 2, 3. So in the same order, the numbers will start. Okay, so we will pick the numbers from that order this way. Okay, cool. So the first number is what? 2 from here. Okay, 2. Then the second number is also 2 from here. Okay, the third number is 0 from here, and then the last number is 4 from here. Okay, cool. So 4022 base 5. Okay, so that is our answer. 4022 base 5. Cool. Okay, let's move on to question number 14. Question says, arrange 132 base 4, 44 base 7, and 31 base 10 in ascending order of magnitude. So as usual, we just convert all the numbers to the same base. And the base we convert to is what? Base 10. Okay, so let's start with 132, then we go to 44. 31 is already in base 10, so we leave it like that. Okay, so let's do 132. How do we convert 132? That will be, as usual, let's label it 0, 1, 2. And here is also 0, 1. Okay, we'll come to that. Okay, cool. So in base 4, so we do that. Base 4. 1 times 4 to the power of 2 plus 3 times 4 to the power of 1 plus 2 times 4 to the power of 0. What do we have? That will be 16 plus 12 plus 2. What would that give us? I think that will give us 28 plus 2, 30. Okay, so this is 30 base 10. Base 10. Okay, cool. So let's move on to the next one, which is 44. Okay, so that will give us 4 times 7 to the power 1 plus 4 times 7 to the power 0. And that will give us what? 4 times 7, 28 plus 4. And that will be 32 base 10. And finally, we have 31 base 10. Okay? So this one represents 132 base 4. Okay? And this one represents 44 base 7. And this one is 31 base 10. It's already in base 10. Okay? Cool. So now we need to compare this, and this. Let me write it in ascending order. So which is the smallest? 30 base 10 represents what? 132. 132 base 4. Okay? So that's our first number. 132 base 4. Followed by which one? 31 base 10, right? Because 31 base 10 is equal to 31. Then we go to 32, okay? Comma 31 base 10. And then finally we have 44 base 7. That is in ascending order, magnitude. Okay, ascending order, ascending. Okay, so that's our answer. So where do we have it? That is D. Our answer is D. Okay, cool. Let's move on to question number 15. Okay, so question 15 says express 236 as a base 8 numeral. Okay, so what it means, we need to convert to base 8. Okay, so let's do that. So we have our table, base 8, our number here, and then we have our remainder. Okay, so firstly 8 will go into this 29 times, and then the remainder will be 4. Okay, because 8 times 29 will give us 232. So 236, that will give us a remainder of 4. Okay, cool. So 8 goes into 29 how many times? 3. And that will give us 24. Okay, 29 minus 24 is 5. Okay, so the remainder is 5. Cool. And then finally 8 goes into 3 how many times? 0 times, and the remainder is what? 3. So that's our answer. We read it this way. Okay, so answer is 3, 5, 4 base 8. Okay, cool. Let's move on to question number 16. It said find x such that 312 base 4 plus 52 base x is equal to 96 base 10. Okay, so first we need to convert all this and this to base 10, then we can equate it to 96. So let's do the first one, which is 312. So as usual, let's label it and let's number them. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. Okay, 0, 1. Okay, so let's do the first one, which is 312. That will be 3 times 4 to the power 2 plus 1 times 4 to the power 1 plus 2 times 4 to the power 0. That will give us 3 times 16, that will be 48, plus 4 plus 2. Okay, so that will give us 54. Okay, cool. That's for the first part. And the second part is 52 base x. So that will give us 5 times x to the power 1 plus 2 times x to the power 0. That will give us what? 5x plus 2. Okay, so when we add this and then this, we should get what? 96. Okay, so we have 54 plus 5x plus 2 is equal to what? 96. Let's simplify. What do we get? 96 minus 56. That will give us what? 40. So x is equal to 40 over 5, which is 8. Okay, so 8 is our answer, which is D. Okay, okay, let's move on to question number 17. Okay, so it says evaluate this. Okay, so this addition and this subtraction. Okay, so we have 111 101 in base 2, adding, multiplying 111 101, subtracting. Okay, so let's do the addition first, which is 1 plus 1 in base 2 give us 2, which is 10. So we just write 0 here, then the 1 move here. Okay, 1. Let me just write it 1. Okay, cool. Now this 1 plus 1 will give us also 10. Okay, so sorry, give us 2, and 2 in base 10 in base 2 is like, we just write 0 here. Okay, so we write 0, then this one will still come here. Okay, so 1 plus 1 plus 1 is what? 3 in base 2 is what? 11. Okay, 11. Okay, so this is for the addition. Now let's do subtraction. 1 minus 1 is what? 0. 1 minus 0 is what? 1. 1 minus 1 is what? 0. Okay, so this is for subtraction. So now we just have to multiply 1100 by 10. Okay, so what do? The first one is 0, 0, 0, 0, and then the second one is 0, 0, 1, 1. Okay, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1. Right? This is our answer. This is our answer. 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. Okay, and the answer is D. D. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for watching this session. In the next session, move on to question number 18. Okay. See you again next time. Bye.